Long before the rise of modern kingdoms, before empires fell and rose again, there was a man whose faith defied the decree of kings and shook the heart of lions. His name was Daniel. Daniel was no ordinary man. He was an exile, a Hebrew living in Babylon. Yet his wisdom, his humility, and his unshakable faith made him rise higher than any nobleman in the land. From the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar to Darius the Mede, Daniel served with integrity. Even when kingdoms changed hands, one thing never did: his loyalty to God. King Darius admired him deeply. He planned to set Daniel over the entire kingdom. But envy is a dark poison, and the other officials could not stand it. They plotted in secret. "How can we trap this Daniel?" they whispered. "He's too honest to be corrupted, too faithful to betray." And then one of them smiled. "Unless," he said, "it concerns the law of his God." So they went to King Darius, flattering him with deceitful words. "O king, live forever. Issue a decree that for 30 days no one shall pray to any god or man, except to you." And so, blinded by pride and flattery, the king signed the law. A law that could not be broken. A law that would soon test the very soul of a man of God. When Daniel heard that the decree was signed, he didn't hide. He didn't tremble. He didn't even hesitate. 3 times a day, as he had always done, he knelt down and prayed to the God of heaven, not in secret, but in faith. And his enemies saw it. They burst into his home, triumph in their eyes. "We've caught him," they cried, and they dragged Daniel before the king. King Darius was devastated. He realized the trap, but the law of the Medes and Persians could not be undone. He looked into Daniel's eyes and said, "Daniel, may your God, whom you serve continually, deliver you." They cast Daniel into the den. The stone rolled shut, and all that remained was the sound of breathing beasts in the dark. But in that pit of death, faith was alive. Heaven heard his prayer, and the God of Daniel sent his angel. The mouths that roared with hunger fell silent. The claws that tore through flesh were still. The King of heaven had shut the mouths of the lions. At dawn, King Darius rushed to the den. His voice trembled as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" And from within the darkness came Daniel's calm voice, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths." The stone was rolled away, and Daniel stood alive, untouched, his face shining with peace. The king fell to his knees, his heart overwhelmed with awe, and Darius made a new decree that all people in his kingdom should fear and honor the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and his kingdom shall never be destroyed. And those who plotted against Daniel were cast into the same den they prepared, and this time the lions remembered their hunger. Daniel's story is not just a tale of courage. It's a reminder that faith, even in the face of death, can move the heart of kings and silence the jaws of fear. When the world commands you to bow, stand. When darkness surrounds you, pray. For the same God who saved Daniel still reigns today. This was Daniel's faith. May we also trust in God